Hi, I'm Alois Trezero from Ping Skills. Welcome to session 9 of your training plan. This session we're going to focus on your forehand attacking technique. Today for our warm-up again we're going to do some jogging just to get the heart rate up and get the muscles working. Then we're going to work some sidestepping motion, and then today we're going to finish off our warm-up with some shadow swings. So shadow swings are doing your techniques but without the ball. So today, because our focus is on forehand, we're going to do forehand shadow swings. You can do some small shadow swings or some bigger topspin shadow swings. You can do them slowly just to get the technique correct and get your heart rate up, or you can do them a bit faster. Today during our on-table warm-up, we're going to focus on our technique for our strokes. So we're going to focus on both your forehand counter hit technique and your topspin technique. Now, those strokes are basically just extensions of each other. So with the forehand, a very small stroke would be a block. A little bit bigger stroke along the same path is now becoming a counter hit. And then if you extend that a little bit more and brush the ball on contact, you get the forehand topspin. So during your warm-up time, focus on all three of those aspects of the forehand and just make sure that you're getting your technique correct. So you can start by doing some forehand counter hit or just blocking type action. So this is a very small action, starting just below the contact point and finishing above the contact point. Start position and finish position here are important, as always with all our strokes. Then you can just extend it into a bit more of a counter hit. So finishing up near your eyebrow a little bit more. So during this warm-up, my focus is completely on my technique. And then you can also start to incorporate topspin. So use the warm-up to focus on the techniques of your forehands, remembering that all three are just extensions of each other. So then spend 5 minutes warming up on the backhand side. Even though the focus of today's session is on the forehand, it's important to warm up the backhand side because during the session some of our drills will involve backhands, and also during the drills you might be blocking on the backhand side. So today, because our focus is on forehands, we're going to start our training drills with the forehand frenzy, which is straight from Training Secrets Revealed. So forehand frenzy involves forehand from the forehand corner, forehand from the middle, forehand from the backhand corner, and then forehand from the middle again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 forehands, and you repeat the dose. We're going to do this drill for 7.5 minutes each. So for the first 1 or 2 minutes, you can focus on your legs just to make sure that you're getting your feet into position correctly. And then after that, you can bring the focus back onto your technique, which is what we're really on about today. So we're going to do 4 forehands, 1, 2, 3, and then back to the middle. So initially, I'm focusing on making sure I'm getting my legs into position so that I can play my forehand technique correctly. So if your legs aren't in position, then the stroke becomes difficult. So when I've got my legs right, then I can start to focus on my technique. So you can either do a counter hit or a topspin, just depending on what you want to do and what technique you want to focus on. So with the counter hit, thinking about the start next to you, finish up at your eyebrow. For the topspin, you can start a little bit lower and finish higher. So these techniques of start and finish position are important. So then after that, you can also start to think about getting your body to help you. So you can start to think about your shoulders, your hips, and your legs all helping you to start to generate more power with your forehand. So the number 2 drill for today is the switching duel. So with the switching duel, we start with a backhand. Now the next ball is going to be either to the middle or the forehand. So this is the first of our random drills that we're going to introduce to our training sessions. A random drill is a drill where you don't know where the ball's going to come. So this one we know, the next ball we don't know whether it's going to be into the middle or the forehand. The benefit of a random drill is it starts to make it a little bit more match-like, because in a match situation you don't know where the ball's coming. When you don't know where the ball's coming, you need to make sure that you can still do your technique correctly. So it's easy when you know where the ball's coming perhaps, but now we're going to introduce a random element to really test your forehand technique. So with this drill, the first ball's coming to my backhand, the second ball is either to my forehand corner or the middle, and then the next ball is back to my backhand, and then we repeat the process. Let's have a look. Backhand, that one's to my middle. Backhand, that one's wide. Backhand, middle, backhand, middle again. Now with this drill, I'm going to try and use my forehand topspin whenever I can. So push yourself and try and use your forehand topspin technique. Now, it's important to make sure your technique holds up. So your start position and your finish position on your forehand. You can even speed it up. The third training drill we're going to do today is called double trouble. With double trouble, you either get 1 or 2 balls to your backhand and then 1 or 2 balls to your forehand. So there's a random element to this drill, but there's also a static element, because if you do get the second ball to your forehand, then you know that the next one's coming to your backhand, so you get a bit of a chance to balance yourself. So let's have a go at double trouble. So Jeff's going to put either 1 or 2 to my backhand and then 1 or 2 to my forehand. So as soon as I get the second ball there, I'm balanced again, because I know the next one's coming to my backhand, and I'm balanced. If it's only 1, then I'm changing constantly. So again, because our focus today is on the forehands, I want you to aim towards doing some forehand top spins whenever you get the opportunity during this drill.
So today, for our match drill, I'm going to start with a short backspin serve. My partner's going to push the ball to my forehand, where I'm going to make a top spin off that backspin ball. And then we're going to continue to play across the forehand side, and I'm going to play forehand top spins, and my partner will be blocking the ball. And again, focus on my technique, concentrate on the start and finish position. And if I make, say, 3 balls in a row, then what I can do is start to gradually increase the speed while still focusing on my technique. So this is going to help me build up my power in my shot, but also making sure I've got the right technique, which you need to increase your power successfully. Let's see this match drill in action. I'm going to start with a short serve anywhere, which Alois is going to push to my forehand, top spin, and then continue to top spin, focusing on my start and finish position, and now gradually increasing my power until the rally's over. And then we just keep doing that again and again. So this is a really good drill. Make sure you concentrate on your technique, and it also incorporates the backspin ball followed by the topspin ball. But again, focus on the start and finish positions of those shots and you'll really improve. Alright, we've been working pretty hard, so now it's time to take a 10-minute break, have a bit of drink of water and get ready for the next part of our session. Alright Alois, so what are the games today?
Are you back again for the games, are you,
back.
Jeff?
I love the games. My
Good.
favourite part.
So the games today, because again we're focusing on the forehands,
Yep.
we're going to isolate the forehand boxes.
Okay.
So because I'm a left-hander, I'm going to get around here and play my forehands from this box diagonally to your forehand box.
Okay,
Yep.
so even though you're on the backhand side, you're going to be
Yep.
playing forehands only.
I'm only allowed to play forehands and you're only allowed to play forehands. And you've got to land it in this box all the time. So if you landed in that side, my point.
Okay, alright, okay. And so if it was just 2 right-handers, we'd use the same boxes, but they'd be
Yep.
playing their normal forehands.
That's right.
Okay, cool. And so what's the rules with serving?
Any serve.
Okay.
It has to be a forehand serve.
Okay.
And it has to land in the forehand boxes.
Okay, has to be a forehand serve, has to land in the forehand boxes, but I can do short, long, topspin, side spin, backspin.
Whatever you want.
Basically, it's almost like a free game where you're only allowed to hit a forehand going across court.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. And I guess because you're pivoting on one side, the second game maybe you should play across here and I should pivot if you're left and right-handed.
Yep, let's do that.
But right-handed is much simpler, hey?
Yeah, if you've got two right-handers or two left-handers, it makes it simple.
True.
But if you've got one of each, then you'd need one person pivoting for one game, and then the other person can pivot for the next game.
All right.
You ready to go?
I am. How's your forehand?
Oh, it's getting better.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, ready to go?
Ready to go.
Level.
Oh, yes.
Love one.
Oh, nice.
One off. Your set. Ball, 2-1.
Oh, wow. That was some pretty tough competition there.
Yeah,
I enjoyed both of those games.
Yeah, I'm impressed with your forehand, Jeff.
Yeah, yours is not bad either.
Thanks, mate.
All right, so after we do play 2 games of that, if we've still got some time, what do we do?
Let's have some free games.
Free games. All right, finish off your games and see how you go. Good luck.
So for your serving today, we're going to continue working on your new serve. My new serve was working on the tomahawk. Today we're going to focus on getting the ball short, lots of spin, and we're going to try and hit a target. So where do you put your target on the other side and what do you use? So the size of your target depends on how confident and how skilled you are with your serve. So you might start with something like a piece of paper, or you could use another bat, or you could use something smaller. Again, just depending on how confident you are. So where do we put that target on the table? Probably a good guide is to have it a bat length and a head away from the net. So that region is where you want to be aiming the first bounce to ensure the serve goes short on the other side of the table. So for me and my tomahawk serve, I'm going to start with the piece of paper. So to get my tomahawk serve short and with lots of spin, I still need to make sure that I'm swinging through properly. To get it short, I want to get a finer contact. The finer the contact, the shorter the ball's going to go. So that was nice and short, bounced on my target. I got a good brushing action on it. That one just caught the edge of the paper. So this is a difficult skill. So if you're hitting your target 1 out of 10, you're doing really well. If you start to increase the number of times you hit the target, then you can start to make your target a little bit smaller, just to challenge yourself again. So that's session 9 of your training plan. Now what you need to do is get out onto the table, get that session done, and then get to the Ping Skills Vault and record your session. Keep going with your training and let's keep working over the next few months to see if we can really improve.